Hi, I am Rajinder Kumar Tapadia, the Director of Finishing School. I've been working at KMIT since 2015. I passed out with a BTech in Mechanical Production from CBIT in 1985. Did my Masters from Arizona State University, Tempe in CAD/CAM in 1989. Returned to India, worked with OMC Computers, worked with Intergraph India in solid modeling, feature modeling. Started Genesis Computers with Neil Gokte in 1992, which is primarily in software development, student training in technologies like C, C++, MS Windows, Visual C++, so on. Trained close to about 60,000 plus students in my career of 35 years. I'm currently a volunteer and a director at SEVA, which is a free and confidential counseling center. I bring with me rich experience, which is industry experience, which we impart in our training as part of the finishing school, our regular coursework. One of the flagship programs of KMIT is the finishing school. The seed behind this finishing school is lack of practical exposure given to the students. Since the engineering curriculum is mostly theory based, what we realized is when the students go for placements or when they interact with the industry, they absolutely have no knowledge about it. So the very reason why this took birth is bridge the gap between the industry and the academia. So what we primarily do here is in the second year, students have already done their project work. Finishing school starts in 3-2 and goes up to 4-1. As part of the finishing school, we go through the regular coursework. In addition, we get them trained in Java certification, get them trained in RDBMS, get them trained in aptitude, communication skills, also full stack development and AI related subjects. The whole idea of this is it is not theory based, it is practical oriented, where we bring in a lot of our industry experience and impart, share with the students so that when they go for the interviews or when they go for the placements, they are very well aware about how to crack them. As part of the finishing school, we also go through a lot of mock interviews. This helps the students understand where they are, what they need to do, and how they need to become better so that their job opportunities become better. Our finishing school program has made a big difference to the placement, primarily because most of the KMIT students get amazing jobs in product companies, in startups, in GCCs, just to name a few. And what we have also got as feedback from the interviewers is when companies take our students, they repeatedly come back to KMIT to recruit their juniors, primarily because these guys have done an amazing job at the companies. Quite a few students are concerned about jobs, primarily because of AI impact. However, in KMIT, we have trained students in spite of AI replacing them, because what we train them on is emotional reasoning, empathy. AI cannot replace human reasoning. AI cannot become accountable. When something goes wrong, what we need to do as humans is be accountable, take ownership, and fix that problem. There is obviously a fear, because what people think is, why do I need to learn coding when AI can generate the code? Do software developers become obsolete? Well, the answer is no, primarily because recruiters still look at a person who has good coding skills, who has good communication skills, who has a positive attitude. So unless you have good coding skills, unless you are able to explain what you have done, unless you have that mindset of continuous learning, unless you have that mindset of critical thinking, it is very, very difficult for someone to get placed. So what we are basically training our students in addition to the regular curriculum is lateral thinking, good communication skills, skill development, and more importantly, an attitude to go ahead in life. Another interesting aspect of the finishing school is to throw a problem statement to the student and ask them to work on it. So when a problem is given to the students, what it does is it helps them gain practical knowledge. Now you might ask me how. So what they do is, when a problem is given, they first figure out what technology has to be used to address that. Then they need to understand how to implement it. They need to work on how to fix it. They need to work on how to address issues which are reported by the customers. They need to go through the whole cycle. Once they are done with it, then they figure out, yeah, can I add some more features to it? How do I make it better? How do I add authentication to it? What are the things I need to look at if I have to deploy it? So what they are basically doing is, they are learning on the job by solving a particular problem, which helps them get a lot of confidence, which would definitely help them during the interview process. The project work is not an individual contribution, it is a teamwork. And what this helps them do is collaborate with the team, share their ideas, brainstorm, and agree to disagree on a couple of things. So this really helps them when they start working, how they can collaborate not only within their team, but how they would collaborate with their clients, with their customers, with their superiors in a better manner. From my experience, what I have found is few of the students do not get placed immediately. They are under stress, they start doubting themselves, there's a parental pressure, there's a pressure from teachers, and because of all these, they get demotivated, they blame themselves for probably not putting in the required effort, and they are under constant stress which is affecting their daily life. So what we do is, we counsel them, we provide them with tips on stress management, we improve their self-confidence, and provide them a way by which they work on themselves, they improve on themselves, which helps them regain their confidence which they have lost otherwise. My message to the students is, practice gratitude, be mindful, and self-compassion. Focus on the present, do not regret the past, and not worry about the future. Life is a continuous learning, not just from the classroom, but beyond it. Enjoy the journey called life, keep smiling, keep growing, and spread the cheer amongst everybody.